Alright guys, what is going on in today's video? We're talking about the 10 rarest emotes that you can get in Fortnite. Now this is all different kinds of emotes. This is item shop emotes, promotional emotes, and battle pass emotes. I have seen some videos on YouTube of just battle pass emotes or just item shop emotes. So I thought I would kind of combine the two and make my own list, obviously adding in a few of my own emotes too. Before we get into the number 10 spot, I just want to say the support on the channel recently has been insane. I can't thank you guys enough for all the nice comments, the likes, and the subscriptions. So I just want to thank you guys so much. We will be doing heaps of giveaways in the future. And of course, as Season 3 is nearly upon us, I will be doing even more giveaways. So make sure, if you want to be eligible for the giveaways, you have to be subscribed, you have to like this video, and you have to comment on this video too. So that's just all of the kind of housekeeping stuff that I wanted to talk to. So, in the number 10 spot, guys, we have the Wave. Now, the Wave emote is a really interesting one. This was released all the way back in Season 2. Not Chapter 2 Season 2, of course, but Chapter 1 Season 2, back when Fortnite was really first getting popular. This was a free emote that you could get. You got this by playing a few games. I think that's all you had to do. Play 2 or 3 games with friends, or 2 or 3 games in a row of Battle Royale, and you got this free Wave emote. Now, obviously, this is quite rare. It hasn't appeared since. You haven't been able to get it since. But the reason that I've got it in the number 10 spot is the fact that it was free, and it is probably the worst emote on this list. I mean, who would really buy this emote if it featured in the item store? So for that reason, I have it in the number 10 spot. Coming in at number 9, we have the Robot. Now, the Robot was the tier 95 reward for Season 3. This was the first 100 tier battle pass that Fortnite actually released, which makes it quite interesting. And of course, being level 95, it was a lot of time and a lot of effort to get up to this level. They hadn't properly worked out the leveling system, so it did take quite a bit longer to get there. So for that reason, it is quite rare. Obviously, the fact that it is a battle pass emote means that it won't return to the game again. If you didn't happen to get this in Season 3, you won't be able to get it again. So for that reason, it takes out the number 9 spot. Coming in at number 8, we have Zany. Now, Zany is actually really interesting. It hasn't been featured in the item store for over 400 days. Hasn't been featured for 415 days exactly. And this is really, really weird. Now, they did feature this a lot when they first released it. It was quite saturated in the store. They featured it about 5 times in a 10-day period, so it was very popular. A lot of people are buying it. It is quite rated highly, so I don't know why it hasn't been featured in over 400 days. I'm gathering a lot of people picked it up and they just haven't had the need to reintroduce it, I guess. But this was very, very cool looking emote. I don't know why it hasn't been featured in 400 days, but for that reason, it earns itself the number 8 spot. Coming in at number 7, we have the Fresh Emote. Now, obviously, the Fresh Emote is quite speculated in the community. This was obviously one of the most popular emotes in the game, but of course, it being the Carlton dance from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they did have a lot of legal issues surrounding it. They ended up winning the lawsuit against them, and just as a good, I don't know, good sportsmanship, they haven't released it since then, and they probably won't, just to keep everyone happy. They don't really want to rub it in their face, you know, that they won the lawsuit or anything, so I'm gathering this won't return to the item store again. The reason it is at number 7 though is that it was quite popular and it did feature a lot before the lawsuit happened, so for that reason it isn't any higher on the list. Coming in at number 6, we have the Tidy Emote. Now this has the same issues as the Fresh Emote. If you don't know what Tidy is, it has already been on the screen, so I'm sure you've watched it. But this was Snoop Dogg's emote. This is one from his music videos and everything like that, and it had the same copyright issues. They had a lawsuit against them, and for that reason, it hasn't been featured in nearly 500 days. It is currently sitting at 478 days not being in the item shop. You could get this for quite cheap, and it was very, very popular too. One of the most common emotes back in the day, but of course, because of the lawsuit, it probably won't be featured in the game again, which is very unfortunate. This was one of my favorite emotes. I wish I had got it, and if I had have known that it wasn't going to reappear, I definitely would have bought it. Coming in at number 5, we have Ride the Pony. Now this again was another free emote that you could get just for playing the game all the way back in Season 2. You did have to play a lot more to get this than the Wave emote, but again, it is still quite rare from the fact that this was all the way back in Season 2. Now, obviously, there was some weird issues with this. It did reappear in Season 10 for Save the World players. So what Fortnite decided to do was release a free emote called Pony Up. It was automatically put in your locker if you had the original Ride the Pony emote from Season 2. So that is why it earns itself the number 5 spot. You did get a free exclusive emote, Pony Up, which I think looks so much better than Ride the Pony. That's just my opinion. I think the pickaxe looks awesome, and for that reason it earns itself the number 5 spot. Coming in at number 4, we have the Hot Maray, or Hot Marat, however you want to say it. Now this also was another free emote, but what makes this one special is that this was only free and in the item store for 1 day only. This won't be reappearing in the item store. This was a Wreck-It Ralph kind of collaboration. So this was featured obviously when they were doing a small Wreck-It Ralph collab. They didn't advertise it too much. They didn't tell people what was going on like they do now when they've got new items or new emotes or a new item shop. They advertise it in your game, but back when this was released they didn't really say anything, so you actually had to go and look at the item store to see if anything was new. So obviously the fact that they didn't announce anything, it wasn't really a big collaboration. It was only featured once in the item store, makes it very, very exclusive if you have this skin. Coming in at number 3, we have Scenario. Now this is part of the iconic bundle, which makes it very exclusive, very rare, and a very expensive emote. This was part of the Samsung bundle, so in order to get this, I believe you had to get like a Samsung S10 Plus or an S10 or a S10e. So pretty much you had to buy a brand new phone, retailing about $1,000 in order to get this emote. You got it obviously as part of the pack, but because of the price tag, not many people got this skin, and the emote is even rarer. I don't think I've ever seen this emote in game. I've seen it in lobbies and obviously on streamers and YouTubers accounts, but I don't think I've ever been killed by someone that has this emote, and that is why it earns itself the number 3 spot. Coming in at number 2, we have an absolute OG emote, the Worm. Yes, the Worm, guys. All the way back from Season 2, you got this at tier 28. So it was about halfway through the old Battle Pass system. Very cool skin, very cool emote, I should say. And the fact that it was a Battle Pass reward makes it even rarer. Not many people were willing to spend $15 on a game all the way back then. They didn't know that it would turn into this huge game that it is now. But for that reason, it takes the number 2 spot. One of the best looking emotes on this list, in my opinion, one of the coolest and one of the most exclusive. Let me know in the comments down below if you have this, because I am very interested if you do. We are down to the number 1 spot, guys, and we have the Floss emote. Now, the Floss is one of the most popular Fortnite emotes ever. This has been featured all over Facebook, all over Twitter, Instagram, everything. The amount of dances that I've seen from this emote is insane. Obviously, the Backpack Kid started this dance, so shout out to you. But this was the tier 49 reward all the way back in Season 2. The same season that got you the Worm and the Wave and stuff like that. This was one of the best emotes in the game. Still to this day, I think it is one of the best emotes they've ever made. Obviously, this won't be releasing again, and the fact that Season 2 Battle Pass was so rare and so exclusive in itself, the fact that this was a level 49 reward means that even less people were able to unlock it, and for that reason, it takes out the number 1 spot. There you go, guys. That is my list of the 10 rarest emotes in Fortnite. Let me know what you think of my list in the comments down below. Do you agree with it? Were there emotes on this list that you had no idea about? Just a reminder as well, guys, we will be doing heaps of giveaways on the channel in the future. I do have one planned that I just need to release a video for in the next few days. But in order to be entered into those giveaways, you have to have subscription on, you have to have notifications on, you have to like the video, and you also have to comment as well. Anyways, guys, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.